Ability. Under pressure, and that's a poor pass. Cleverly left. Klimala, the chance for Sydney. And he makes no mistake. Patrick Klimala with his second goal of the season.
A poor pass out, had a poor first touch, and on the Harvey Norman replay, that's all it took. Ball went back up. Patrick Klimala has been running in behind that back line all night. Courtney Perkins with the neat little dummy, and a clinical finish from Klimala into the far corner of the nets. And you can see Ufuk-Talay likes what he sees. They probably thought it.
I guess you've got to pay some credit to Sydney's press to deny the likes of O'Shea and Jelicic any time on the ball, but Berengay's class shines through there. Waddingham with the chance to equalise, and he does so. Tom Waddingham. And there's the confidence that Brisbane needed earlier in this half, making no mistake at the second time of asking.
Well, on the Harvey Norman replay, you'll see exactly what we were talking about. The player to have the composure to get their head up and thread a pass. And Tom Waddingham made the run. Wonderful ball from Berengay. Exactly what Ruben Zakovic asked him to do. And as he gets under pressure, maybe a deflection off the defender who's sliding in. Tara Rushton loves it. And as they look to make the substitution, the young man brings them equal. Well, that's what
Ufuk-Talay yet to make a change for Sydney FC with his youngsters on the bench all the way in. That's nicely done. The early finish. Brilliant. Leo Senna. Well, if he adds goal scoring to his list of talents that we've already seen so far in this A-League season.
Well, if a response was needed, it was delivered on the Harvey Norman replay. Wonderful interplay around the edge of the box. Senna with the little drag, the return pass from Waheem, and the toe poke that catches Macklin Freak a little off guard, and it's past him before he can even dive. And that's a
Romario-esque.
Yeah, a cheeky little finish. And just the response that he wanted.
The real Jogo Bonito is right here. Well, an offside disallowed goal proved costly last week. It might again. Stroud scores! And he goes to celebrate with his new fans at the Den.
Stroik wants to join the party as well. On the Harvey Norman replay, it's one high. Ball goes central, and the overlapping run from Stroik, there's nothing else he can do except put it away. Good pressure from Brisbane. Jelicic gets his head up and has a look, and Waddingham has enough time to turn and just lay it onto the path. And Andrew Redmayne comes out, but it's tucked underneath him and nothing he can do. Welcome to Brisbane Raw, and a fine way to ingratiate yourself to the Den.
King with Kucharski. His first touch is a good one. Burgess, first time ball for Segicic. Klimala's at the back post. Adrian Segicic back for Kucharski! Oh, he's done it again! 90th minute. And Jaden Kucharski with a stunning goal.
Said it, Robbie. In the Harvey Norman replay, this guy knows a little bit about late goals and drama, and what a finish that is, by the way. It was wonderful play, great early ball from Max Burgess. Adrian Segicic had a little bit to do. He gets his head up and just tees it up and says, go on, finish that for me. And Jaden Kucharski, look at him screaming. An absolute rocket past Macklin Freak. Wonderful strike from the young man. And he's off to celebrate.
Stands that one up. Whitehead.
Oh, it's given away by Oluwayemi. What a mistake by Josh Oluwayemi, and Jake Brimmer pounces. Derby delight for Auckland FC. Derby for Josh Oluwayemi and Wellington Phoenix.
Well, Wellington has seen that celebration before. Jake Brimmer, the last man that Yellow Fever saw in the semi-final, and Josh Oluwayemi simply got caught out, trying to play through, far too much pressure. Gives it to Jake Brimmer as he and Meyer converge on the Wellington Phoenix goalkeeper, and Brimmer breaks the deadlock.
Yeah, the familiar goal celebration for Jake. And there'll be gaps opening up at the back. Louis Toomey sets off with Hashiga in hot pursuit. Louis Toomey's in the area. And Auckland FC through Jake Brimmer. 22 on his back. 2 goals in the back of Wellington Phoenix's net. And the Port are going to celebrate long into the Wellington night. Louis Toomey on A-League debut got away from a tiring Hashiga, poked it across the 6-yard area, and Jake Brimmer can celebrate for a second time. The points are safe for Auckland FC.
Kikianis. It's the visitors who've settled the quicker here, and Ethan Alagic stinging the gloves of the goalkeeper, and the rebound is tucked away by Luka Jovanovic, poaching like all good strikers should. It's 2 goals in 2 for the young striker for just the 3rd time in his A-League career, scoring in back-to-back fixtures, and Adelaide have the early lead.
Well, there's just no intensity on that ball on the Harvey Norman replay from a Wanderers defensive viewpoint. That was just easy passage. Look at, there's no pressure at all. It's a rasping shot, Simon, as you called it, as stinging the palms. Well, it's stung the hearts of the Wanderers fans here now, as Vidakovic can only palm the ball into the path of Jovanovic. It was a bit of an agonising rolling of the ball, needing the post to make its way into the goal, which he eventually does. And the Wanderers' heads hang. Look, I think there are a few young strikers coming through.
Away goes Jovanovic again. Bonatic going with him. Has help behind him. Clough looking back post. Oh, and it's gone in. A dreadful mistake by Tristan Vidakovic. And I think it just hit Austin Ayubi. The replays will confirm who got the final touch. It's a scruffy goal, but Carl Veert doesn't care. Adelaide are 2 clear.
Ball comes in from Zach Clough into the danger area. Maybe Ayubi took the attention of Vidakovic, but the keeper needs to be doing much better there, unfortunately for the youngster. Great shakes for Adelaide. In the meantime, 2 clear at Wonderland.
That's a horrible goal for the Wanderers to concede. Yeah, I wonder whether he did get a touch before the ball went over the line.
Well, someone must have seen something.
Yep.
It wasn't us.
Here's Clisby. That's a decent ball in. And they've got men over here, and Milanovic pulls one back. A really good left-footed drive into the corner. And that's just what the Western Sydney Wanderers wanted. An almost immediate response.
But timely on the Harvey Norman replay. It's a dangerous delivery from Jack Clisby, not dealt with by the Adelaide defence. Somewhat scuffed on the turn and shot from Nicholas Milanovic, but you're talking about potential strikers for Socceroos down the track, etc., etc. Jovanovic has scored 1, he's certainly in the discussion, and Milanovic must be as well. Really exciting talent, doesn't connect with that as he might have, but in the end it doesn't matter. He's thrown his team a lifeline. You know,
Zach Clough also fancies it. Isuzu, who scored a famous free kick against the Wanderers in a grand final, has been ushered away. And Clough straight into the wall. It sits nicely for Parias. Oh, what a goal that is! Against his former club. That's a bullet into the top corner. Nothing Vidakovic could do. And Adelaide have their 2-goal cushion back.
Well, the Harvey Norman replay shows a goal-bound free kick from Zach Clough, which was manageable. And then a repechage effort from Dylan Prius, which is unmanageable from a Wanderers viewpoint. 26 minutes in, 5 goals. This is the best of them. Geez, he hit that well.
It's not been a very happy birthday so far for the Wanderers coach. Time to turn that around. That's a good ball from Borrello. And away goes Zach Sapsford. Big chance, squares it up. And Bojidar Kraev pulls it back to 3-2. And game on now at Combank. That's what the Wanderers wanted.
A lovely, incisive pass. Firstly, the straight pass through midfield really attracted the attention. And then Borrello scooping it out first time to Sapsford, whose positioning was excellent. It's a really good goal, this. And the master Avenger might have gone for goal himself. But he squared the ball quite unselfishly. Great awareness. And Kraev...
Good move and a good save by the young keeper.
Excellent save from Vidakovic. Excellent save. It was a good effort from Goodwin, right option. Keeper at his best there.
Clough, it's a lovely ball again, and this time they do find a way through. And Dylan Prius is having a field day. It's his second. Celebrates in front of the red and black block. And just at the point where you fancied the Wanderers might be making a comeback, Adelaide have their 2-goal lead back.
Well, like a mile of space for Zach Clough on the Harvey Norman replay. Time to turn, touch, touch, touch. And then the speed of Prius as he pierces the line and meets with the perfect pass. And Vidakovic is left stranded. And Adelaide helped themselves to a 4th.
Jay Barnett. Clough. Knocked off the ball fairly by Dylan Chicluna, and the Wanderers could be in here. It's Sapsford. It's a good save. It's still there though. Chance for Aidan Hammond off the crossbar, not over the line. It is now. Brandon Borrello, and the goal stands despite Adelaide complaints, and we're back to 4-3. Extraordinary.
Again from the Wanderers, a great steal. Harvey Norman replay from Chicluna to then put Sapsford in front of goal. Delianov does excellently. Hammond's seen this all before, but his effort doesn't go in. It's a great work from Chicluna. Look at that. And then sizes up the opportunity, threads the pass for Sapsford. Delianov meets the first challenge. Hammond blazes away off the crossbar. Then all hell breaks loose. It's a fair challenge. Delianov playing. It's in the 6-yard box card. The referee says phooey to that. That's a fair challenge. And it's 4-3.
Adamson's cross. Walter Scott thought about heading it first time. Maybe thought better of it with the bright sunlight. The cross comes in and it's headed in by Valère Germain, who just glanced it into the far corner. It's a touch of real class from the Frenchman, who missed the Australian Cup final through suspension, but he scored here today. And just as they did in that final...
Well, it's a delightful delivery on the Harvey Norman replay. Walter Scott has done really well, looked productive since coming on, and off the wand of the boot of Marin Jakalic, and a touch of class, a moment of brilliance, and that's all he needs. Valère Germain with a glancing header. MacArthur take the lead. Well, he's done really well. Just timed the run, timed the leap. He's not the tallest of players.
Until the kick is taken. Short run up for Daniel Arzadi. Little stutter, sends Curto the wrong way, and it's 1-1. And Daniel Arzadi has his first of the season against his former club as well.
Keeping his cool when the heat is on. And that is a well-taken penalty. Composed, clinical, he knew where he was going. And he has his team back on level terms.
Disguised little ball from Bratton. Adamson losing out to Arzadi. Squared up by Boss. Piscopo on the move. Gonna have a go here. Renato Piscopo! An absolutely magnificent goal by Renato Piscopo to give Melbourne victory the lead. It's his first goal in navy blue, and what What a way to score it!
To open your account on the Harvey Norman replay, glances up, one touch, finds good space, and undeniably that is a beautiful hit.
Wow, that is some strike. Curto just off his line, and Piscopo measured it to absolute perfection. A career reborn back in his native Melbourne.
So many young players getting an opportunity in the Isuzu UTE A-League this season. Western have been a side traditionally over the recent history that have played more experienced players. Here's a break here for Kern. But many on the inside, so too Naboot. And it's Andrew Naboot who scores in back-to-back matches for Melbourne City. He's knocking it out of the park at the moment in some fine form.
Fantastic counter-attack, and it's one in midfield on the Harvey Norman replay by the goal scorer, Andrew Naboot. Ball's played wide to Mehmeti, who does brilliantly to put the ball on a platter for his captain. It's Kern, in fact, in the wide area, who squares it for Andrew Naboot. Mehmeti played the ball wide to Kern, and they finally found the killer pass and the final touch to take the lead on the scoreboard. And showing he's not...